Hey everyone, welcome back. We are on book number 5, Food Sensitivity Dairy. I'm so glad you're here. This is probably one of my favorite books because it's impacted me so much. I have so many amazing testimonies and stories to share with you. But before you watch this, please go read the introduction and all the other books because it does build. And if you have, thank you so much. We are going to get right into this. And I know some of you are thinking, how could I ever eat dairy again? How can I make dairy love me again? Well, I'm here to tell you it is possible. And in this book, we're going to go over the top 3 steps just like we have in the other ebooks. They're all the same. We rotate out, we increase the remedies, and then we reintroduced. But what if you did nothing? What if you kept on like you are keeping on? Or what if you just continue eating the dairy that you're eating and it's causing inflammation in your body? Maybe you're burnt out on almond milk, coconut milk, and all these dairy alternatives. Have you ever felt like you're just over it and you just want to eat something really yummy like ice cream, yogurt? What about the symptoms that dairy brings you? What about bloating, congestion, abdominal pain? What about the embarrassing lactose intolerant symptoms? Eczema, rashes, fatigue, headaches. All of this, people have blamed dairy. Dairy has been demonized, and I'm here to tell you, yes, I get it. I understand all of this is linked to dairy, but it's linked to the wrong kind of dairy. And we're going to learn when we build our bodies strong and we reintroduce the right kind of dairy, you can overcome all of these issues and make dairy literally it's not going to just love you, but it's going to build your body strong. And that to me is the most hopeful news, that you could eat fantastic, delicious, yummy food and it actually builds you strong. And I really believe that is how God meant it to be. I want you to think about that verse in the Bible. It says, the land of milk and honey. Okay, so I kept thinking about that when I was dairy free, going into this land of milk and honey. And why would God say milk? He didn't say almond milk. He didn't say dairy free. So I know that God sees dairy as it's like this reward and this treasure, and I want you to have it too. So if you listen to the introduction, you already know about my backstory. So we're going to jump right into the 3 steps. So step 1 is always, we're going to rotate the food out. A lot of y'all, you have not been eating dairy for a long time. So this step you can literally skip over, or you can just continue not eating dairy, and we're going to make sure that all your nutrients are built up strong. And some of you, really exciting, you're going to get to skip to step 3 and you're going to get to reintroduce happy dairy, and your mind is going to be like, wow, this is amazing. Okay. Some of you are eating dairy that is processed, it is homogenized and pasteurized, and we want to get that away from our body because it's just not as nourishing as other kind of dairy that I'm going to teach you about. Okay. So for 30 days, we are going to increase our remedies. So our remedies are the amino acid, vitamin, mineral. So the remedy for dairy is aspartic acid. This is or it's called aspartate. This is a non-essential amino acid. That means your body can make this amino acid, okay, in your body. So a lot of times, these amino acids, like you're already getting them. You're already getting enough, 3 to 6 grams a day. You can see this list here of meats. Even our fruits and vegetables seem to have a lot of this amino acid in there. So this shouldn't be an issue of getting that up. I just wanted to show you this collagen powder that I really like, that I use often. I will literally add this to my broth. You can add it to smoothies, you can add it to oatmeal, you can add it to anything, but I want you to notice, see the aspartic acid? So in 1 scoop, you get 1,000 milligrams of aspartic acid. That's just like if you're not eating that much protein and meat and you just want one more supplement. And you'll notice, as you're gonna see in our future books, a lot of these amino acids we're going to need for other things. So really it's just about getting those nutrients in your body in high levels. Okay, so our vitamin remedy for dairy is vitamin D. Now I have a quick story about when we go on vacation. We like going down to South Florida, particularly the Keys. And it's so crazy because we go in February, and whenever we go, all of a sudden my daughters become able to eat dairy. This is before I knew about this system. I was like, why, when we go down to Florida, we can eat dairy? And I really think it's because the vitamin D does some amazing things in your body. Please check out this article when we're done with this. Circle back or pause it right now and read this article on vitamin D. There's a lot of things that the the medical world doesn't know about vitamin D. Even the natural people, a lot of people I hear, they're taking high amounts of vitamin D, and it's kind of like overkill. So in this article, it's from the Weston Price Foundation. It explains you don't really want tons of vitamin D in your body. It can become toxic, and that's not good. So it teaches you more how to know your amounts. And again, I'm not big on let's calculate everything and know everything. Let's just be healthy, make sure this is getting in our diet. In the summer, it's easier to get vitamin D. Obviously, in the winter, sometimes we do need to supplement. Sometimes not. With my favorite vitamin D supplement is cod liver oil. Here's two different types. I really like this brand. I've researched it. The Weston Price Foundation, they recommend this brand as well. It's called Rosita. These are Amazon affiliate links. As all my links are, please feel free to click on it. It takes you right to what I'm recommending. And I'm showing you, you can get the soft gels. You can take 6 a day, or you can take 1 teaspoon of liquid. It's up to you. However you like to go. The cod liver oil tastes quite strong. So, but I think some people they don't like taking pills, so they go for the liquid. This would be for my friends in the north, for my friends in Canada, for my friends maybe even in the UK at higher northern altitudes hemisphere, where you're not getting as much sunshine in the winter months, and you got a lot of winter months going on, more than we do down here in Georgia. This would be a great supplement for you. Now, let's talk about mineral remedy for dairy. It's magnesium. Magnesium is one of my favorite minerals. And if you remember from the introduction, our top 3 players were potassium, magnesium, and sodium. So magnesium is huge. And a lot of people don't know that magnesium activates vitamin D, and it also deactivates vitamin D. So let's say you've taken tons of vitamin D, but you don't have enough magnesium in your body to activate that vitamin D. That's a big waste of money, and it's just floating around in your body doing nothing. So magnesium is super, super important to turn that vitamin D on, as it acts like a hormone in the body. Here's some high magnesium foods. These are just some of my favorites. These sprouted pumpkin seeds and this raw chocolate is so, so good. So some people say, well, can I just eat more magnesium foods to get my magnesium? Sometimes you can, yes, but sometimes we have to go into the supplements, which I like. These are my 2 favorite supplements. The liquid magnesium chloride. It's very salty tasting. So this is a little bit harder to get down. So you can mix it with some juice, some orange juice, some apple juice, beet juice, like your fresh juice blends. My friend, she likes to chase it with almond milk. So there's some options there. I would put it in lemonade, like a huge quart of lemonade, and I would put it in there with some stevia, fresh lemon juice, or you can take this magnesium supplement that I really like, and I take this one as well. And there's 300 milligrams in 1 capsule. You can take it 2 times a day, 3 times a day, until your symptoms go away. And please go read my book. I talk a lot about magnesium, how to figure out the right one to take. But these 2, I would say, are my favorites. Follow the directions, and just know that your body usually needs way more than it's getting. Some people have bowel issues with magnesium. Both of these, now the bottom one has the magnesium citrate, which will help your bowels move. If that causes you an issue, do the magnesium chloride. And our last remedy for dairy is potassium. Here we go with potassium again. So if you've read the other ebooks, then we have already thought about potassium a lot in our life, and hopefully you are getting a lot of potassium in your life through fruits and vegetables. Here's a list, and you can see the amounts we talked about in the introduction. Each person needs at least 4,700 milligrams of potassium. I would like you to start just thinking, like, how much am I getting? What foods have potassium? Am I eating enough potassium? Super important. We went over that in the introduction. I hope you remember it. These are the same potassium supplements I've talked about in the other ebooks. I just want to show them, see how there's like this repetitive cycle in healing these food sensitivities. Potassium is our main player. We've got to get that right to build our body stronger. Now, after you've got your potassium right, you've got your magnesium all up, you've got your amino acids up, you're feeling good for 30 days. Now you want to reintroduce what I call happy dairy, which is raw dairy. Raw dairy is unpasteurized, it's not heated, it's not homogenized. which is blended at high speeds, you can start by finding some raw cheese in your local grocery store. They're there, you just have to look. You have to look hard. I'm showing you two of my favorite raw cheeses that I get at my local grocery store. This is, should be in every grocery store. Like usually they're in the specialty cheese section. Just look on the package for it to say raw cheese. So you could start with that. Goat cheese could be easier to digest than cow cheese. So that's where you could start with when you reintroduce dairy into your life. And when we reintroduced goat cheese in our life and it made us feel amazing, we goat cheesed everything. We were so excited because we had been dairy free for, it was about 7 years, completely dairy free. And I'm telling you, when you reintroduce this, it just brings a whole new level of deliciousness to your life and nutrients to your body. It's a great source of calcium and protein and good fat. So another source of dairy is raw milk. Now, raw milk has changed our life too. How do you find raw milk? You've got to go to realmilk.com and search for a farmer that sells raw milk. Ask around, go on the Weston Price Foundation. And every state has different rules and regulations. So you've got to find out what your state does and how you can get raw milk. And usually there is a way. In our state of Georgia, raw milk is for sale for pets only. So it says it on the bottle, pets only, but we choose to drink it. And it literally is so, so healing for our bodies. Now, there is this like mental hurdle to get over with raw milk. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, like, isn't that going to kill me? Well, before pasteurization, like nobody, this is what all of humanity thrived on. So yes, I'm sure there's been some cases of issues. That's the importance of knowing your farmer and trusting your farmer. Go to the farm, talk to them. Is this place clean? Do a lot of people get milk from them? These are the kind of things that'll help you feel more confident about getting your raw milk and getting dairy back in your life again, because guess what? Dairy heals. It has all the fat soluble vitamins that boost your immune system and make your body super duper strong. And that's what you want. So you can love your neighbor as yourself and do all the plans God has for you. Now, I got to share these testimonies with y'all because I got them from a Facebook group that I'm in called, I believe it's called Raw Milk. And I asked them to share their testimonies with me. And I just want to read these to y'all really quick. Drinking raw milk helped 4 different couples become pregnant after infertility for years. Drinking raw milk helped with knee pain so much that surgery was canceled. Drinking raw milk cured my IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Giving raw milk to my baby stopped projectile vomiting immediately. Drinking raw milk stopped my heartburn and ulcers. Raw milk resolved my child's eczema in 1 month. Raw milk helped with migraines, arthritis, milk allergies, behavioral problems, sinus problems, gut issues, autoimmune issues, blood sugar levels, and more. These are all testimonies from real people drinking raw milk. There's millions of people drinking raw milk in the US, and it's having amazing, amazing effects. And you can read more about this in my book. I'm excited for you to start this journey. Connect with me on Facebook. Ask your questions. Get your support there. I'm happy to hear from you, and I'm glad to be on this journey with you. Many blessings.